happy Boxing Day once again from all of us at Wake Up Nigeria. Yes, so the Christmas festivities, they've gotten to a particular peak, probably at a plateau at this point, and eventually they're going to dip. Why? Because the new year is almost here. We're counting down literally days to the beginning of 2023, and a lot of us don't know exactly what we're going to do as soon as the brand new year begins. On Motivation this morning, we're going to be kicking things off with some much-needed points on the understanding and dynamics of setting goals in the new year. For that, we're joined by Dr. Shogo Oyeniyi. It's great to have you back with us in the studio.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Okay. Some people have a sense of dread when the new year is approaching like this.
Yes.
They've had so much fun during the holidays.
Then they realize that, oh, reality is waiting on the other side. How do I plan my life? Do I have a clear picture of where I'm going? So I tell people that a life without a goal makes you a goat.
Wow. Okay, goodness me. That's a deep one.
Then a life without a goal is like playing football on a football pitch without a goal post.
Okay.
So there's no way you can score. You agree with me that a typical football match, no matter how beautiful dribbling is, you hear people say, if they are not scoring, it gets irritating that, dude, go and score. Okay. So a lot of times, having clear-cut goals, that's what actually gives meaning to life. And you can't arrive at a destination that you have not identified. So the first step to achieving your goals is identifying where you want to be in what aspect of your life. Now we're going into a new year. I also want to challenge people that there's a world of difference between setting New Year resolution and having goals. Okay. Because it has been said that before January 15th of every new year, people renege on their New Year resolutions, because when we look at resolution, it's just a statement of what you want to change. But when you look at goals, it's a statement of what you want to achieve, how you want to achieve it, and when you want to achieve it. So there's a systematic approach to achieving goals.
So is there like a step-by-step bullet point process that we can take this morning towards goal setting? Okay,
so there's the popular goal setting model, which is known as the SMART goal setting, which talks about your goal must be specific, it must be measurable, it must be achievable, it must be realistic, and it must be time-bound.
Time-bound.
Now, it's quite popular that people recite it now, but they don't even know how to implement it. So I have an offshoot that I created. Number one, you need to have your blueprint. Okay. Where do I want to be? It's like you are designing your life, right? Am I designing a skyscraper with my life in 2023, or I'm designing a face me, I face you, or it's a bungalow? So you have to have a clear blueprint. Number two that you need to pay attention to, because the principle of growth is attention. Anything you pay attention to grows. So number two is your mindset. A lot of people set goals, but in their mind, they don't have possibility mindset. They don't have, possibility mindset that they can achieve their goal. So in their mind, you have set the goal. In your mind, you're saying, who dash monkey banana? Yeah, there's no way
so you have to focus on it.
You have to focus on it. You have to have the right mindset to achieve your goals. Number three is action. Action, because goals don't fulfill itself. Goals don't work except you work it out. So the difference maker is taking action. Number four is assessment. So you want to see how I've fared, how am I faring? And the last but not the least is improvement. Improvement. What do I need to pivot? Because at times when you know what you want, goals don't change, but strategies to achieving your goals can change.
So I want to go back to assessment.
Okay, tell me.
So this assessment thing, it feels like we need to assess where we're coming from and what we've been able to achieve over the past 1 year.
Absolutely.
Before we can see where we're going to. Now, a lot of people don't like to face where they went wrong. They like to throw old things into the past and act like they never happened. But I'm of the opinion that you need to assess those things so that you don't make mistakes for the future. What do you think?
In fact, insanity has been defined as doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. So which means before you step into a new year, you need to assess how you fared, how you performed in the previous year. Because what happens is a lot of people repeat the same mistakes in the new year and you're expecting a superior result. You can't experience a superior result in a new year if you're not becoming superior and if your approaches are not superior. So which means that the exact result you got in the previous year is what you might get in the following year if you don't do an assessment of how you are fed. What did you do wrong? What did you do right? Like you said, a lot of people, they're not realistic to face the reality. So it's advisable. Probably you want to speak with a coach.
Okay.
You want to speak with your mentor. You can't assess yourself effectively.
Are there some actual physical actions we're supposed to make in this goal-setting process? So do we just talk about them? Do we have meetings? Do we write them down? What do we do?
Okay, so the first step to achieving your goal is actually writing down your goal. Move it from your mental faculty, from your mental region into paper. That's the first step in achieving your goal. So you are like an architect. You are designing your life. There's no architect that gets to a site and you ask him that, Oga, where's the drawing? And you say the drawing is in my head. No, goals are not meant to be kept in the head. You're supposed to
write them down.
Write them down. Okay. Number two that you need to do, there's nothing you want to do. There's nothing you want to achieve that nobody has never done it before.
Okay.
So you want to look at, okay, who has done it before? Can I get a coach? Can I get a mentor in this particular regard that can guide me? Number three, you want to have a support system that holds you accountable, like an accountability partner or accountability group that keeps you up on your toes. So that's very important because you can't achieve your goals in isolation.
Okay.
You will always need people. So you need to identify the right set of people to achieve your goals. Also, you need people to help you assess your progress.
So I want to go back to the accountability partner and assessment. A lot of people are wary of sharing their goals. They've heard somewhere down the line, if you share too much information about what you're going to do, either someone would steal it or someone from the village would pray against it or something like that. Now you're saying bring people in to hold you accountable to make sure that your goals are met.
Yes, please. So what this requires is you need to find the right set of people, the people of like minds. Because it's not a one-way traffic. You're sharing your goals, they're sharing their goals. They're keeping you on your toes. For some of this mastermind or accountability platform, you might even need to pay to belong to it. Oh, yes. So that way, you are on your toes and you're not distracted.
Okay. All right, then. So it's all about goal setting. How many of your goals can you write down this Boxing Day? And are they SMART goals? Can we go over that again? SMART
is it must be specific.
Specific.
Number two is M. M is measurable.
Okay.
A is achievable.
Achievable.
R is realistic. And T is time-bound.
Time-bound.
Yes, and when you're setting your goal, your goal must cut across different aspects of your life, not just lopsided goals.
You know what? Hopefully someone has heard this and is about to make some moves in the right direction. We have to say a big thank you to you, Dr. Shogo.
Thank you for having me once again.